And we are live. Hi, welcome in everybody. Michael here from Viral Funding Solutions. In this video, I'm going to go over some SBA EIDL news, as in what have been the funds going towards and a little bit more numbers on that. But I want to quickly get into how you can get over $13,000 in free worth of bonuses. These are exclusive to those people who get fundings. And I'll be revealing that and a lot more in this video. But before I get started, if you're watching me here on live, give me a hashtag live in the comments, please. A hashtag replay if you are watching later on. Listen, this channel is all about helping you bring the latest information on all small business loans, whether it is SBA, we're talking about grants, PPPs, the employee retention credits, alternatives through private lenders, and so much more, like building business credits, helping your credits, and taking advantage of opportunities. That is all talked about on this channel. So if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so and click that bell notification icon so you do not miss any future videos I will be coming out with. Alicia, welcome in. I am happy to have you here. Thank you for taking your precious energy and time and devoting some of it here. I won't take up too many of your guys' time. I went live a little bit earlier on TikTok. I know you guys are like, TikTok, what? I'm not a TikTok person. It's a great way for me to connect with you guys and help you guys a lot. Now, what I'm going to get into here, I have another tab open. You can't see, I have my document opened up. But then I'm going to get on the share screen to show you guys how you guys can get over $13,000 in free exclusive bonuses. If you guys are not excited about getting this, then I don't know what will get you off the chair, off your bum, right? Putting it politely in those terms and getting the right type of funding, right? If it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't, I never pressure anybody to do nothing they don't want to, right? I like to get to know people as a human being. I like to get to know you as a business owner, how it works, the logistics of what's happening, so I get a better sense of what you need and what I can best help you with. So one thing too, before I go into some of these numbers, if you guys need help getting business funding and you have not submitted a funding form yet, I highly encourage you. This will be one of the fastest ways right now to get a hold of me. So what you will do is, if it's not linked, I'll try to link it while I'm live, but if it's uploaded after, it'll be in the description. It'll say like funding submission form or something similar. Click that link, brings you to a form, fill out some simple details. It registers into my email. It's confidential between you and I, but please read it. Like when you guys go through that form, take some time, step away, because sometimes I get answers where like, is it years in business? Is it months in business? What's actually the credit score? And it won't hurt you to put your credit scores. It's just between you and I again. So that's just some things to be said. Now, let's get into some of this SBA EIDL stuff. So you're probably wondering, what was the primary use of these funds, right? And this can be scattered. We're taking a synopsis of, we're taking a collective group of data and putting it together. You can call it sample if you want, or it can be a larger amount, right? I won't get into like the statistical terms, right? It's stats in class, but we won't go into that. So primary use, a lot of it was used for business debts. So this was a great percentage, just close to 30% of a sample population taken, about 30% of that. Just imagine that, 30% of EIDL funds going into business debt. And it doesn't all go in there from one person. You know, I can go 30% there, I can go in a different direction. Another huge source where SBA EIDLs were used for, they went into payroll. So just underneath business debt, around 25, 24%. But that's a huge amount, payroll, right? So what I'm getting at here, and I'm sure you're getting a collection of this, is the funds were used to keep the business afloat, like in the sense that it isn't being used so much for the growth or the expansion. We haven't even touched upon how you can get expansion or growth funding. I'm talking about just surviving, right? A lot of us are struggling even at this moment. I know the pain points. I've been there myself. I had to struggle for an extensive amount of time trying to grow, especially my online businesses. I have multiple ones now, fortunately, and they're in that growth and expansion. But I know the problems you guys endure as business owners trying to get business funding. And a lot of the times it's just money that you need to survive, a grant, a PPP to get you through the month, the week, and all these types of funding. And it's not always ideal, and you can't always get it. And then we have these private lenders out here, and then those rates aren't always as competitive as they are with like the SBAs or the traditional banks. And that by all means doesn't mean you shouldn't look at them. I always encourage people, they look through these types of interest rates that may be a little bit more medium and higher. They might not be as attractive. Maybe the type of payment you're getting isn't as well, the types of terms, but this is how it goes, especially if you've never received funding online. You don't have the right funding details. It's not always in your control. But what I tell people is if you can take what you can get and the benefit exceeds the repayment, and I've said this over and over, then you take it. I've spoken with so many business owners, and I do this on a daily basis, whether it's email, text, phone call, maybe a bit of all of these, I will help you with. Now, let's continue moving on with this. What's the primary use of EIDL funds? Another one, aside from business debt being one of the highest ones up there, next to it being payroll, then we have another one being inventory. And this is no shock to me. It can have a place to do with growth and expansion, but everybody's in a different situation. So I always speak to you guys, and I do this on a daily basis. And one of the reasons you need funds, it's for inventory. There may be multiple uses, so it could be inventory with marketing and then advertising, or just one alone. But inventory seems to be one that is very popular. So you guys need to restock. You guys need, especially for Amazon selling, the way you are able to restock, the way you're able to get paid out. It's very important to have a certain amount of balance at the end of the month to begin with. And this is stuff we look at within bank balances and those bank statements. Another one here, kind of close to the inventory, is mortgage and rents, right around 14%. So again, this falls into that I'm trying to survive. And for those of you who are just joining me, by the way, I am going very quickly right now in through some SBA EIDL stats. What were the primary use of funds? And I'm going to get into the secondary use of funds. And then I'm going to show you guys how to get up to $13,000 plus worth of free bonuses, and how you can get funding as soon as today, as soon as tomorrow. It's the end of the month. What I always tell everybody is when we're getting close to it, try to get, if you have an offer, if you're wanting to get an offer before it's over, that's the best thing to do, because we roll over, we have to look at the new bank statements, right? We have to see what that says, and it can take a little bit more time. It might not be a desired amount you made that month. Maybe the last month was better, but we can't take that amount, that month or the least month in the last 3 months into account, because it's no longer something we look at. And you might get a reduced amount. You might not get everything you want. So Crime is here saying, yeah, there are ways for you to do that, but it's not as available. And the thing is, DAC is only one of the many. So there are multiple opportunities out there. If it's not with them, it's with somebody else. But let me continue moving on with this. So we have the mortgage and rent side. So again, this falls into the category of, are you using it to survive, trying to keep your business up afloat? Payroll, that's a huge reason. Business debt, very commonly used, SBA EIDL funds, the mortgage, the rent, and then we have the inventory all in between. And then let's get into the secondary use of funds. So one of the highest ones that I have here that I'm looking at on my document that's been put together, again, no shock, business debt, and then mortgage and rent. So if it is one or the other, for example, you use it for inventory, and then you're like, well, I need to also clear up some debt, which I get, I've been there. And you're like, okay, well, I want to use these funds now for that. That becomes your secondary purpose. The mortgage and the rent side of the equation, obviously that's a huge one. Inventory, if it's not inventory first, maybe it is business debt, and then it's inventory. That can come in at about a whopping 16 or 17% there. Business debt and mortgage around 20 to 22%. Some of the other things we have is, and this is kind of in the primary range as well, is paying yourself. And then you have payroll being one of the lesser ones in the secondary use, and then other types of purposes as well. We're not going to get into that like specifically. It could, a lot of different things, land, some type of an expansion and growth phase, maybe some type of an equipment purchase you're looking at. You have other types of projects and so forth. But let's continue to move on. Let's see if anybody has any questions, any comments in the section down below. Anytime you guys have anything, leave them for me and I'll make sure to answer them. Let's see. And we're strictly talking about business funding in this video. I know there's some people who would like to learn more about maybe quote unquote the agent / brokering side of the equation. I've been a loan broker for a good amount of time now. I help out with business and with also real estate financing. So what I say to most people is I'm going to give you the most fair assessment. And the best way for me to do that is I will leave, if I can, in this comment section, or if not, or in the description, I'll leave a link so you guys can go fill out a funding submission form. And that way I get to evaluate and analyze and then show you what you can qualify for. What are your best options available? What do I recommend you do? And I do some additional bonuses, stuff that you wouldn't get anywhere else. So now let me show you guys how you guys can get over $13,000 in exclusive bonuses. I won't go into it as in depth as I did, I believe, yesterday. And then I have a certain video that I'll link to down below in the comment section and also in the description. So they will both be in there and you'll get a better understanding of what I'm talking about if I'm more quote unquote vague. So let me get on my share screen here. Okay. So those of you are like, oh, this is no surprise. I've seen this program before. I've heard of David Allen Capital Link. I haven't been able to receive funding through them. I hear it all the time. So now let me move this over. So David Allen Capital Link, this is an amazing place to come through as a brokerage to get business funding. If any of you are struggling to get business funding, you are trying to stay afloat, you are trying to get more inventory, you just need the overall help to get funding in general, this is an amazing place to come to. David Allen Capital Link, they can get you up to $2 million in incredibly fast funding approved within a day, funds deposited within a day to two, as much as a week, depending on your file. We can even get you up to $25,000 same day instant approval through our unparalleled Bank Breezy get up to $25K a day service. Yes, you heard that right. This is instant approval, same day funding, as you're seeing those blue letters on the screen appear. How does it work? What is the catch? No catch. Immediate approvals, 5,000 plus monthly bank revenue within the last 3 months is all we ask for. A business checking account, have 6+ months in business, a 450 plus FICO credit score, and then all industries are welcomed. Payment history, that earns you a lot more. Receive funds time and time again. Add-on funds, they are available. You get a personalized account manager to hold you by the hand, to help you so you don't feel like this lone wolf going at it alone. So at the end of the day, you have a better place to turn to. It's more comfortable. It's not somebody just leaving you there all alone. Now listen, I know some of you guys are wondering, well, this is not the direct lenders or this isn't that. Some of you guys can't go in that direction, and I have other relationships. But the thing is, why do I prefer David Allen Capital the most? There are a lot of benefits. You can get higher approvals. You can even get approved where you in another place you go to directly. You can't. And I'm not saying you will 100% of the time. What I'm saying is that's not all the benefits. There's a lot of stuff you get by going in this direction. And then you get to see a more stable way of quote unquote putting multiple offers, and then well, not showing you so many multiple offers, but getting to see our lenders on what they think, and do they want to take your file? Is it even worth it? Does it make sense to do? Can they help you? Yes or no? And I communicate a lot of the times with our lenders, our underwriters. I have a great connection with. So this even goes up even higher, how I can help you guys. So all the information to David Allen Capital will be down below in the description. I'm going to get into another thing you can do if you do not want a lump sum. Some of you guys are in here like, I don't have good cash flow. Can you help? Yes, there is a great way for you to take advantage of that. Now let me open up the full screen here. So we just looked at the up to 25K Bank Breezy lump sum you can get. And what you guys have to keep in mind, and I'm going to move this really quickly because some of you guys are wondering, what are the interest rates? What are the paybacks? What are the terms? We calculate on total payback as opposed to just strictly being interest rates. It's a bit different, less confusing, generally less expensive. So we calculate between a 1.19 to a 1.69 X your advanced amount with Bank Breezy. So if you had gone through Bank Breezy, your rates would be between 1.19 to 1.69 your advanced amount. So Alicia here is asking, what if you haven't made any money? Are there any other alternatives? It's a bit difficult, especially if there's no revenue. I won't get into it too in depth in this video. I've done it in others that I'll try to link to in time down below, not in the comments. But you have some type of a 401k IRA financing situation, stocks and bonds, of course. There have been moments where people are co-owners, so they use there's a type of ownership percentage, and then there's using their FICO credit score, but that's a whole different subject. There is crowdfunding. There, I would say micro grants, but they even expect some type of revenue to come in. The list goes on. Family and friends, but there is no such thing as lenders like giving you their money when you haven't generated anything. It doesn't prove any kind of longevity. It only can speak for the short term, because so many people, they start businesses and then they just vanish. So what is it? The contingencies that they have that if they give you their money, they will get it back. If some of it, not all of it, right? They want all of it back. So that's why there are these personal guarantees involved just about in all of this, unless you go through just building business credit and you don't need the funds right now, but you want to have access to other types of limits. You want to increase your Paydex score. There are multiple ways of looking at it, but crowdfunding is another one. There's grants opportunities. Your screen has frozen. Might want to refresh it then. It hasn't frozen on my side. So yeah, those are those options, and I'm happy to speak with them through you. I don't know if you've submitted a funding form, but you can do that, although you might not qualify. I'll let you know, like in that email you send, I'll reply back to it and I'll say, hey, even though you didn't get approved or you won't qualify for this because of the revenue or something, then I'll give you some options within that email what to go and do. That's what I do for everybody. And that's what's the difference between coming to me as a broker than going to anybody else. So broker/agent. I work with brokerages. I work with direct lenders. There are bad advantages to many of them. So that's what I recommend you do, is fill out a funding form, and for everybody watching as well. Now let me continue moving forward here and go quickly through this business line of credit and then show you guys how to get these bonuses. So we also have a line of credit program, and this is where you can get between $5,000 to $100,000. It's very simple and fast. You get to receive a decision within 1 to 2 business days, and it only requires a soft credit pull as low as a 550 FICO. Listen, you heard that right. I said 550. Some of you guys are thinking, like, I know lines of credits. They don't do 550. What's the catch? There is no catch here, but I'm happy you brought that up. And so a 550, it is very low. It's not even in, I wouldn't even say that's even in the fair range. It's more of a poor credit score. William here is asking, do we need bank statements? Yes. At least 3 months of bank statements. Like with anything, if you've ever gone through an application, and those of you who haven't, you guys are going to get a tip right here, is a lot of the times on the front end. So we have some like pre-qualification step. Maybe it doesn't say that in the specific lender program or through a brokerage. I love David Allen Capital as opposed to going through direct lenders. And there is a time and place for that. But like I said, again, there are many advantages of coming through us here at David Allen Capital. Now, what you are required depends on program to program, lender to lender. So with us here, it is 3 months of bank statements. And then we ask for just a voided check, and then just driver license. Welcome back, Alicia. Happy that the problem has been fixed. Sometimes it happens to me. Like, it's funny though when I bring that up, because the other day I was on TikTok. It happens so much. Like, I had to do a live. I wanted to go on there, and I was low at 20%, and it like froze the screen without me like knowing. So I was like in like 5 seconds, I'm like, oh, I gotta press the cancel button on my iPhone. And then about 5 to 10 minutes later, because my phone's battery percentage, I don't know if you guys have this problem with your guys' iPhone or whichever mobile phone it is, but I have so much storage that I constantly have to find myself deleting stuff, and I know I have to upgrade to make it easier or to upload things to the cloud. but it's like, okay, now it's at 10%. I'm like, okay, I'll work with this. But yeah, going back to this, bank statements are necessary for this specific type of funding. So let me continue moving on. Fueling businesses for growth and for expansion. Like I said again, if at any point it's hard for you to get this type of funding, it is because our cash flow isn't sufficient. So a line of credit is a great alternative to getting a lump sum, right? This is a good way of using the same amount of things you can use if you got a lump sum, but it could cut back on the payments. So I want to expand on that. I had an individual the other day asking me about a line of credit. I ran some numbers for him. I said, okay, this is what can happen if you get a lump sum, and why you would get less here. Maybe if you didn't go directly to a direct lender, why it would be less expensive here, and it's actually you're going to get more. And they look at it a little bit differently because the connections I have, the connections that our underwriters have, the connections our lenders and all of us, we all set together, and how we communicate with this online before you even get an answer sometimes. So going off of that, we can give you that flexibility in terms of payments weekly. It's what we're looking at here. There are programs that can do weekly, sometimes monthly with online banks and so forth, but a weekly as opposed to you doing it daily, how much would that help? Some of you guys don't have sufficient cash flow. I see it all the time, especially when people fill out their funding forms and they say they need funding for COVID relief. That's a big light bulb on my head that goes up. And I'm like, yeah, they probably don't have sufficient cash flow, which is okay. It's fine. We've all had that. But a line of credit might be the best thing to do. And like weekly, like let's say maybe you get approved for 50,000, you withdraw 10,000, and that's the principal, and then you have your interest on top of that. So maybe it's a $12,000 total plus a bit of a withdrawal fee if there is anything. If there isn't, then we do maybe a monthly low fee if you're going to do it for the long term. And so a lot of people use this kind of like as a bridge loan, not on the terms of real estate. I don't want to get into that subject, but you can use it for a short term and use these this working capital for what you need, and then withdraw the funds whenever you need to, and then becomes a revolving line of credit. And these are usually going to give you higher approvals than getting just a business credit card. And so it's a great way to get in. And if you keep your, we calculate it, if you're getting pulled on a weekly basis, what does that look like daily as opposed to when you get a lump sum? A lump sum, you might be getting 170 to 280 plus, as opposed to a line of credit where you're over here at a $280 per week. So you break that down, maybe that's a few $50 or so. So in the long run, it ends up paying off for you. That's the way you want to look at it. So now let me get back into the screen here. If anybody has any questions, you guys can feel free to leave them for me. I'm here to educate you guys in this channel, bring you guys all the value, what our underwriters expect. I have insider knowledge, what our lenders want. I bring it to you, stuff that you won't get online. You can find it here with me. So let's go through this. So a revolving line of credit, receive approvals up to 100K. This is how they work. Take funds out as you need them. Automatic weekly repayments. You repay the drawn funds via an automatic weekly payment, which covers the principal plus the interest, as I kind of just gave you a quick example. You can prepay with 0 penalties plus big savings. Okay. And then new draws and revolving limit. Draw more money out as you need it, up to the approval amount you've been given. Your weekly payment is adjusted to cover repayment on the new balance. As you pay back, those funds become available for you to use again. So some simple qualifications for this line of credit. Have a year plus in business. And if you haven't been in at least a year, I spoke to an individual just recently. He has an LLC and EIN situation, transition in ownership and business company. So we'll see what he decides to do. So the year in business won't be an option until about April, but he can qualify for another form. He can capitalize. I guess that's the word I was going to use, on a working capital advance. So if I click that button here, and you guys will get this option, you'll get presented with an up to 25K today program. So if you don't have the year in business, and if you're not doing what's required is 15,000 plus per month within each of the last 3 months, then yeah, you can come over here to Bank Breezy. And if you need more than 25K, here's the requirements. You have 25,000 plus per month. Usually it's 20,000. So business checking account, 6+ months in business, and then have a 500 plus FICO credit score. Usually that's 4+ we can get in. So we have a larger working capital. If you click there, it'll bring you to this page. Boom, and then you get to see all the qualifications for them that you can go through there. But that is the line of credit option. Very useful. I have so many people coming in and getting this. And you're asking, what is the difference between coming in with you, Michael, as opposed to someone else? But before I get into that, down here, let me go quickly through these qualifications. So anywhere in the U.S., if you're in Puerto Rico, Canada, etc., I have other options for you if you're watching, which I've come through and I've helped a lot of people. 550 plus personal FICO credit score. Yes, you heard that right. And 15K plus per month in revenue. If you're not doing that, there's an option for you to go down and look at that. If in business less than 2 years or your business resides in any of these states, and I won't go into that in detail, but then your FICO score must be 600 plus. Qualification is also based on other criteria, including but not limited to financial strength of your business, average daily balances, number of NSFs, etc. So now let me move this over. Some of you guys, if you guys haven't heard me say this, what is the difference between coming to me? There's this other person I have over here. There's Lendio. There's these other companies over here that I'm trying to get funding through, and they're giving me multiple offers. Well, here's the thing. Would you rather have not going to compare it to that, but a McDonald's, Big Mac, or a Premier burger from whatever your favorite place is, right? You can go sit down, have a burger. At times you might want this McDonald's burger. At times you might want this Premier burger. You might be more accustomed to having this. And I don't want this better tasting burger or this more quality, right? We all have our preferences, but at the end of the day, you have to look at like what type of service you're getting. What kind of customization? Do they know me more here? They don't need to know me, but like I just go in and quickly pick something up. But you get more of a personalized and customized experience with myself on the fact that I will look through your funding details. I analyze this, I evaluate it, and then we can go from there. So there have been instances where Uber drivers can get it. When we're just talking about 1099s and we're talking about applying with just an EIN. So it wouldn't hurt to check. I know sometimes we do change that, and I'll try to list some options for you down below. But yeah, that's what can be expected. So the thing with coming through me as opposed to someone else is you are going to get the best experience. Like you walk into this, it might be fancy, it might not be your thing, but you're going to be getting something over here where you're like, damn, I'm being taken care of. I have a person who's coming to me, showing me not only my best options, the best one for me. If there are multiple ones, great. If there are not, it's fine. But what I'm going to do is I break down the numbers. I compare all these different types of services, and I go, this, at the end of the day, at the bottom, I say conclusion, what I recommend you do, start here. And another key note is don't submit multiple applications, one, and two, even worse, is getting multiple offers and leaving them on the table if you keep applying to other places, because these lenders, they see this and they can cause a reduction and they can completely withdraw. And then you don't get what you wanted, and you're like, well, I wanted to come back here now after I got an offer there. Well, now it's not on the table for you, I'm sorry, but you're just applying everywhere. We can't take you serious. Maybe you have something going on. Maybe it's not. It's just we don't want to take chances on all this, and you just kind of just, in a lack of a better sense, the word screwed yourself over politely, but you just have to be careful. Now, let me get into my bonuses here. I know some of you guys are like, get on with it. And I do appreciate you guys' time. I'm going to get going here in just a moment, but I did want to do this pop-up here. I'm looking at it on my screen here so I can bring it up, and I'm going to transfer it over to this different tab. I had to get out of my Gmail account there. And again, I'm going to put the form in the comment section. Actually, I'm going to do that. Yeah, let me put the business loan contact form if you guys haven't done that yet. For those of you who have, just sit tightly with me. So look in the comment section. There's a business loan form, and then I'm going to get into some of these bonuses that you guys can get. I'm going to move that tab where you guys aren't seeing what I'm doing, so I'll just move it over in a second. Okay. So okay, let's wait. Thought I'd change that. I guess not. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at this. I was going to change something in the bonuses, but we'll go. It's just a design thing. nothing much. Let's see. All right, so let me transfer the screen over. There, you guys can see it. So these are the bonuses that I'm going to give you for getting funding here through us here at David Allen Capital as an independent agent, as this independent broker. If you guys come in through David Allen Capital and get business funding, there is no catch to any of this. I am offering you some extensive, unbelievable, not seen before bonuses. Now let me move this out of the screen. Hopefully you guys can see that well. Now I'm giving you guys over $13,000 in free bonuses. So as an independent agent, as I said, I'm throwing in like the whole kitchen sink and the bathtub for you guys. Not because I'm like, you guys should just come get funding through me. No, it's because I really want to take care of you guys pre and post getting business funding. So much so that one of the bonuses that I'm offering here is my Facebook Accelerator course, valued at $597 in value, but you get this stuff for free. You won't have to worry about maximizing your engagement on Facebook anymore with my video training course, which will show you step by step how to get maximum exposure to your products and services for the long term and understand what it takes to both use these free methods to attract more and new customers, as well as how to use paid advertising to exponentially boost your business forward in less time, which means you'll increase your sales right away. So how helpful would it be for you guys to get a Facebook Accelerator course? You are welcome. I'm just reading a comment right now. And I will link to this in the comments for those of you watching. And again, it'll be in the description for you guys to see the full video. There's a full offer video on this, and this can change. So you guys also get my viral SEO secret hacks and Google Ads course. So $497 plus value. I'm going to gift you my complete search engine optimization course where you will be able to effortlessly get your website, get your blog content online, being able to show it on the first page, locally as well, YouTube and Pinterest, ready faster than ever before. If you've been having trouble getting your website to appear in Google, Bing, Yahoo, etc., search results, this will help you optimize for greater performance and longevity, as well as I have some Google Ads stuff in there, and I might have its own section in a moment in time, but that's also included. So bonus number 3, 180 done for you emails done by a professional copywriter. So this is no joke. Let me move this over. So this specific bonus, yeah, it is worth over $6,000, and it rightfully is. This is going to give you a lot of leg room. So if those of you who are not doing email marketing and those of you who already are, this will actually show you how you can implement it and make it more conversion focused. So I'm going to be handing you those templates over. Now let me move back here. So you also get special access to all my social media and extra guides, PDFs, $197 value. So you can have a greater way to make an impact and income on channels like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, YouTube, email marketing, TikTok. The list goes on. And you're going to be able to excel with this and make more money in the long run. So bonus number 5, free access to all my stuff in my private Facebook group. In time, I may have another one opened up when you get one-on-one coaching, Zoom calls. I have a great group, as you guys know, those of you who are already in it currently, in one of them. And this is for like-minded individuals who are growing their business and want to become, in time, possibly a digital entrepreneur themselves and understand how to work all this. You're going to get all that and more. So bonus number 6, my full sales funnel domination course. This is a lot of what people want. At a point, I charged for this one alone and stuff that I have put together myself. So it is going to help you bring in like this revenue generating stream. So you can grow and scale your business with funnels much faster. So you don't have to worry about how to use sales funnels or even create one from scratch. A lot of exclusive content is in this. I have offered some free stuff just as a giveaway, but I have some other parts. That is right. I have free templates I give away so you can start generating revenue, which means you'll free up more of your time to do the things you love. And I'm going to, for those of you watching, I will post this review in the bio or in the comment section. So it should appear right now. And then I will also go over here. I have it underneath Vimeo, so you guys can give me 1 second. I'm logging in. Link copied. And it is going in the comment section as we speak. So what I just posted is the full video of these bonuses. I can only go into it in so much. That will give you a better overview. So you're going to get that full sales funnel domination course. You'll get my fast action storytelling for business scripts, so you can sell without selling, a $97 value, which means what exactly? You won't have to feel like a salesman. Rather, you can use stories to get your point across and make the sell with ease. This is crucial in brick and mortar businesses as it is for digital businesses to develop a strong marketing campaign. Now, is it okay if I deliver? Now, this is the juicy part. This is like where people are like licking their lips. And if you're not, I mean, maybe you don't have lips, but it's okay. The thing is, this is going to revolutionize a lot of what you guys do. So special bonus number one, this is going to be a free complimentary vacation incentive, and this is no catch. This is about $1,000 plus in value, $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, depending on the package you get and the vacation you take. How would you like to get a free complimentary vacation to wherever you'd like to go? Whether you want to stay and visit in the US or go international, I will be giving you and gifting you your dream vacation or to any place you would like to go. Selected places are available and many of them to choose from. Relax on the sun-soaked beach, gaze in the endless neon of the Vegas Strip, sample local cuisine at the picturesque Mexican Plaza, and so much more. And at the moment, what I have listed here is this offer is only given for clients who are getting funding of $25,000 and up. Now, don't be disappointed. The thing is, this can shift. Right? It could be 20,000. I may change it. It could probably be less. There is no contingency to that. And then there are moments where you don't get that, but we have such a strong relationship that I get to know you and understand you and your business that I might just say, hey, I'm going to override it. Here you go. You can have it. And that's a huge thing. So I'm going to go back into the screen. And then special bonus number two, for those of you who would like to build an extra passive stream of income, maybe you're thinking about, and I speak to business owners on a daily basis who would like to do something different as well. I have a full, well, this one's a mini course, but I also have a full course. Excuse me. A $497 affiliate marketing for entrepreneurs academy mini course. So this is where I will be presenting to you my step-by-step course on how to promote other people's products and services and in exchange earn a commission, low ticket, high ticket, recurring products. This will go into getting all these free websites and templates, funnels, that are not with some of the other courses, email copywriting, lead generation, traffic ads, organic traffic, freebies, and so much more. So without having to own your own product, without having to fulfill on customer support, hold any type of inventory and so forth. And I have another course that I can unlock, which is the full one priced at $2,097. And that's if you get a 20K in funding. And again, that may change. It may be more, it may be nothing at all, it may be less. So special bonus number three, free access to my 6-figure high-ticket affiliate marketing funnel. So you can clone and use it for yourself to generate high-ticket commissions on a daily basis, a $597 value. Special bonus number four, exclusive access to my high-ticket affiliate marketing for entrepreneurs accelerator academy course, $397 value. I'm just going to speed through these, but the video that I put in the link in the description and the comments, make sure you guys check it out. Special bonus number five, my ultimate one blog post away challenge valued at $2,097. You will get my very popular and life-changing 30-day blog challenge, unlike anything else that's out there. Special bonus number six, discover your niche mastery blueprint PDF in case you want to learn how to select the right niche and so forth. And then there are tons more bonuses that you don't even see here included. There are some extra special bonuses that get added, but I do leave them for most cases at a limited time. So if you guys want to get business funding through us here at DAC, as an independent agent, as a broker of all sorts, make sure you go through and get your application in, get that offer going, and then you will hear from me. I will send you a follow-up, and you can choose, like, if you qualify for that vacation incentive, I'll ask you, of these choices, which one would you prefer? I'll send you that voucher. Boom, no catch, ready to go. And then there's so much more included that I haven't even shown you in bonuses. So I'm going to get going, everybody. I do appreciate each and every one of yours' time. I am a bit tired. Like I said, I did a YouTube video. I've done a lot this morning. I'm going to go relax my mind. I got some things to do in the afternoon and this evening. So I want to thank you all again for being here. And if you're watching this later on YouTube, well, when it's uploaded fully, then if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do so and click that bell notification icon so you do not miss any future videos I come out with. Thank you.